Alright, hello everyone, this is 15% off Applebees gift card. Today I was finally going to make the video about where my name actually comes from. Oops, sorry about that. I have to close out of Steam so that I don't get any notifications, since that can be kind of annoying. Anyway. Origin of my name, 15% off Applebee's gift card. It's going to take me a minute or so to get it ready because it's a... I'll just explain it when I get there. And I also want to show off something that I was working on earlier. I have a collection of MIDI files, metal MIDI files. You may remember that website from, maybe it was Windows 7 destruction, Windows XP destruction, maybe it was even Windows 98 destruction, the original one. Of course, I'm talking about the Vinesauce Joel videos. It's a website. I might as well pull it up. I'm going to have to open a new tab, though. New window. Alright. Metal. That was easy. Yeah, you can tell this website has not aged well. Copyright 2010. So I have a program on my computer called, if I can show my desktop, what's it called? HT track website copier. Let me go ahead and load it up so you can see what it looks like. About. Okay, there's the website if you want to check it out for yourself. But it's sort of like the Wayback Machine, but you can actually add stuff. You can just download it directly to your computer. And it can also download all the embedded files on a website. So there's obviously a ton of MIDI files on this website. We'll just go to, I don't know, Children of the Grave. Oh, that was a direct download. I thought that was a page. So each of these links takes you to download something. But I don't really feel like going through all of these links. I'm lazy. So that's where this website copier comes in. And if you use it to basically scrape every page on this website, it will download all the MIDIs for you. And it says download them all, but there really isn't a convenient way to do that. So I don't know how long this website's been up. At least since 2010, probably a lot older. Is there an about page? View old guest book. Blog. The blog is empty. It was last updated August 2010. So who knows when this was actually first made. It's probably embedded in the HTML somewhere, but I don't really feel like going to look for it. So anyway, there's a chance that this website may not be around for much longer. Maybe 5 years, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 50 years. But I downloaded all of the MIDIs for preservation. The problem is it's kind of hard to put MIDIs into a form where you can actually listen to. I mean, you can open a MIDI file on your computer, but you can't upload it to YouTube, and it's kind of a pain to actually convert to MP3. So I was trying to use Audacity, and I'll just go ahead and show you the result. So I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic. Alright, so here's what the MIDI normally sounds like. I'm gonna just load it straight from the, where is it? I don't have the MIDI handy, but the WAV, not this one. Where is it? This one. This one is the WAV conversion that sounded just like the original. I just realized that OBS was not recording sound, so let me try that again. Sounds pretty good, right? Maybe not that particular song would be good for Doom, because it's sort of a slower paced song. Now let's check out the MP3 conversion. Alright, that's kind of weird. It sounded exactly the same. It is not the one that played earlier. The one that I played earlier sounded absolutely awful. That's the one I was looking for. So, who knows, maybe you think that one sounds better. I don't know where this one came from. MP3. Maybe I made that in Audacity, but who knows? That's weird. Apparently there was a good sounding MP3 version all along. So anyway, I'm going to let that play while I get this stuff ready. Do I have I need a technical difficulty screen. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I should come prepared with all of this stuff, but whatever. I think it's in this folder. I'm doing it off screen because there's hentai in here and I don't need you to see that. Is it at the very bottom? There it is. Alright, let's do this. And I'll set the Streamlabs to just show that picture. Not that one. Again, I should come prepared with all this stuff, but who cares? If I was doing this to make my channel look good, make quality content, then I would be here all day trying to make a video that actually looked good. Alright, there's my technical difficulties screen. And it's not really technical difficulties because I just need to get something ready. So I'll put the Paranoid MIDI back on while I get this ready. Alright, I think I'm good. So I'll move this to full screen, and we'll turn that off. Okay, so obviously I'm okay with you seeing my real name, since I guess the technical difficulty screen says Matthew Gay. That photo has nothing to do with me. I don't know where I found it or what it's actually about, but I just think it's funny. And it seems like something one of my friends would do. So anyway, this is the, where even are we? So I might as well explain what we're looking at. So this is the, my portfolio for I don't remember the class code, but it was it's intro to web design at IUPUI, and it's about learning how to use HTML5. And of course, HTML is it's not really a code. It's more of a framework, because code implies some sort of logic or thinking, and HTML doesn't do any thinking. It just shows you stuff. And it can arrange things, but it can't do any calculations. You need JavaScript to do any sort of calculations, really. So every website you go to has some HTML behind it. If you're in Chrome, you can do Control-U, I think, on any web page, and it will take you to a page that looks like this. And this is the raw HTML code. So this is basically a list of instructions that your computer reads, and it tells you how to display the web page. So can I get out of here? Oh, it switched tabs. That's what it did. Okay. So everything that I worked on in this semester is contained in here. It's a kind of self-referential, because this link just goes to the home page, and I think this link, yeah, that link also goes to the home page. And some of these, I think assignment 4, yeah, assignment 4 then goes to assignment 3. Alt left arrow. There we go. You can see that it's very, I'm saying it again, self-referential. Let me move this so you can actually see what's on my screen, the full thing. So I'll walk you through what everything is. So the background image is a still from the Half-Life 1 mod, Residual Life. Now that you've seen it, I'm going to put my webcam back to its regular size. And it's at the very beginning, shows, I guess, well, it's at the very beginning of the mod, so it's not like you're going to spoil much, but it shows people discovering the Black Mesa area around 1930. And I have an interest in industrial areas, and I also really like Half-Life. It just seemed like a nice picture to have as my banner. So it's called the Archives, and we've got assignment folders, the Pacific Trails case studies, and miscellaneous. So there were 5 assignments. There were 5 assignments, 5 sets of homework, and then a few miscellaneous assignments. Can you? Okay, good. You can see my cursor. So the homework, I think, came first, and then the assignment was sort of a refinement of the homework, and really every assignment was to put together this student portfolio. So page 1 is a very primitive form. I only have assignment 1 or whatever. Homework 1. The naming, I don't know, blame my professor, it was sort of weird. And you can see this website, this page is very primitive. Almost no interactivity, no images, no color except for the hyperlink colors, which is built in. You don't need to do anything for that. Then you go to, oh yeah, assignment 2 was something else. It was a planning document for, honestly, I don't even remember. Maybe it was this Joe Jaguar stuff. Yeah, so there's a few notes in here referencing that this must be ordered properly. So the reason I can't just send you a link to this website is because this is saved locally on my computer. So each of these links, you can see down at the bottom, instead of a web address, it's actually showing a file address. So you can see it's located in OneDrive, Indiana University, and then there's the student folder, and there's final assigned 3, blah, blah, blah. So each of these just takes you to a different page somewhere on my computer. Now, for the main question of the video, what on earth is 15% off Applebee's gift card? I'm 15 minutes into the video, might as well say it now, and then I'll go through the rest of the site because it was very fun. maybe not very fun, but it was satisfying to watch it all come together. So the final project for our website, or for our class, was to just make a website. And this was last semester, so I wanted to do something that was important to me, but also something that was not very serious. So I decided to do something about the election. I don't actually remember the exact date when I put this together, so the results of the election may have still been up in the air. I mean, they were technically still up in the air in early January, but certain events in early January sort of changed that. So I think this was late November, mid to late November. So the final project in question is a website called National Celeste. And I don't remember, maybe it's a footnote on the website or somewhere, but National Celeste is an anagram for something, and I don't remember what it is. I really should, because it's like intrinsic to the humor of the website. It might be on one of these pages. You can see there's actually quite a bit here. If I can't find it, it's definitely in my notes. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on here, so let me go to my notes, the planning page. Oh, it's actually going to make me go back. Without the, I guess there is not, on this page, there is no button to go back to the home page of the whole thing, which I guess is a little bit of a flaw. It would be in the final project plan. I think it was at the very bottom. Okay, here it is. National Celeste is an anagram for steal an election. I found it with... Oh, I didn't even include the website that I found it on. It's trying to come up with a verbose name that said nothing about the company and yet carried a hidden meaning. So Celeste is a Latin word for heavenly. You may have heard it used in the word or the phrase celestial body or celestial object, which normally means like planets and stars and stuff. So, I don't know, maybe National Celeste, National Heavenly, sounds very elitist, doesn't it? And that very well fits the fits the project. It actually says on the sub-headline right here, your one-stop shop for elites-only democracy. So what actually is National Celeste? So it's a sort of parody. Well, let's pretend that it's real. It's a product of sort that you can buy basically to rig elections for elites only. So the front page actually doesn't tell you much about what it is. So we'll have to go to the Who Are We page. So let's read through this quickly. National Celeste is a non-profit organization with a mission to create elites-only democracy. We believe that the commoner has neither the money nor the intellect to decide how a country should be run. Only those with time and money to spare are capable, since we don't have to spend all day working to put food on the table. So this very quickly sets a precedent that poor people are stupid because they're busy working. And since they're busy working, they don't have time to educate themselves and become less stupid. So the people who are just sitting around, smoking cigars made of $100 bills, you know the guy I'm talking about. Those are the only types of people that should be running the country. I'm joking. How many times do I have to say I'm joking? Let's keep reading. Who are we? A diverse collection of bankers, lobbyists, lawyers, and other bourgeoisie positions. Our members hail from every corner of the world's park avenues. Although our main offices are located in a soaring skyscraper in New York City, we have satellites operating in most financial districts around the world. This allows us to work with our I never said I was good at reading stuff on cue. This allows us to work our magic in most elections, regardless of regional scale or historical significance. So I'm also trying to get a very corporate, bland feel that you see on most websites. I actually went through a couple of websites just to try and get a feel of it. It's like, wow, we're so diverse. We've got people from everywhere. And in fact, it's just a bunch of rich bankers sitting around, playing with the world's strings. Master of puppets, something like that. Sorry, my nose itches. I'm about to sneeze because I'm allergic to all this crap. What do we do? When a client reaches out to us, our sole objective is to make clients feel empowered. We don't just make them feel at home. Every client is given the chance to become a life member of National Celeste. There is an asterisk there, and unfortunately, there is no follow-up as to what the asterisk actually means. It may have been something that I forgot to put in. But I'm pretty sure it would have said something like, every client with a significant budget. Basically, you have to pay your way to get in. This way, we're not just working for you to get things done, we're working with you. No middlemen and no third-party motives. Now we can truly focus our money into making elites-only democracy through business partnerships, luxury packages for politicians, and much more. And lastly, why do we do it? Do you remember how powerless you felt when grade school buddies? I don't think grade school buddies were stealing your lunch money. Grade school bullies would steal your lunch money. What about being sent to after-school detention in high school when you'd skip class? You were robbed of the right to be yourself. Your voice seemed so insignificant. A minority amongst a mob of peasants who mindlessly slaved away at their classes in the hopes of going to college or a trade school, perhaps elsewhere. You were the Man, I was doing so well with my dramatic reading and then I screwed it up again. You were the one free thinker. Your parents had said so. Everything you asked of your parents was given to you because your free thinking was always right. It's time to take back that power. We at National Celeste have bonded together to be the free thinkers for hives on local, national, and global scales. Remember, your money is a measure of your success and intellect. So I might as well point this out now. At the bottom of every page is a social media feed, and you will notice that it's pictures of cats. So I was not going to go to the trouble of making a social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, specifically for this website. Because to prove that that feed worked, I would have to continuously add new posts. So I instead decided to find a Facebook bot that posts things automatically. And I don't know, what do elite people like? Well, they seem to like cats or something. I don't know. When I think of it's the guy, Giovanni from Team Rocket. He has whatever the evolved form of Meowth is. I guess I was sort of thinking of that. So this is an embedded feed in it. This is a Facebook page that actually posts pictures of cats every 30 minutes. And you can see this one is from 8 minutes ago. This one is from 38 minutes ago. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if this is live or if these are 8 minutes ago from when the website was created, like when I first generated this HTML. I guess we can find out. Oh, what do you know? It actually is on time. It does say 13 minutes because I'm a little behind. My page is a little behind real time because I need something to drink when I'm done. It's not constantly being updated. So that is cool. That is still working in somewhat real time. Oh, I thought this would dissolve, but no, this actually just takes you back. It's another version of the homepage button. I am trying to pull off the 15% off Applebees gift card as long as possible. Shut up. I'm trying to talk about Applebee's gift cards. Okay, so let's go to our products and services page. National Celeste strives to provide quality and reliable products to our clients. Here's what we offer out of the box. Requests and bundles are also available. So obviously these products don't exist, and in fact they probably can exist. They cannot exist because they just don't work. But who cares? This is, a fictional website, supposedly. There's definitely no international cabal of, bankers rigging the world, right? Because they would have talked about it on the news. The news that's controlled by the international cabal of bankers. Yeah, we would have heard about it on the news, I'm sure. Anyway, the magical eraser, or just the me. The magic eraser has the power to change the writing on any handwritten vote. Too many votes for a populist candidate, me comes to the rescue in a variety of ways. Changing signatures, erasing required information, or just changing it to another candidate. Me can do it all. This is obviously about mail-in voting and all the potential problems with mail-in voting. Maybe it's not obvious because if you don't look at when this website is from, it could have been from, 1999. And I don't know, were people super concerned about mail-in voting then? Who knows? All right, and we've got this nice GIF. I don't say GIF. GIF of an eraser. Okay, the Sly Serum. This one is actually my favorite one. Oh, and it seems we have a typo on the website because there's some text in strike through. One of the best ways to exercise your elite status is to find someone to do your work for you and feign ignorance. The challenge is covering up your paper trail. Our Sly Serum is going to change this forever. Its function is simple. Anyone who comes in contact with the serum believes the next thing they think about is their responsibility and fills them with a powerful urge to carry it out. The applications are nearly endless, so here is just one example. Write a message on a piece of paper asking the recipient to do something, such as make a ham sandwich. Mix a few drops of the Sly Serum into water. Use a paintbrush to coat the message with this mixture. So you're basically watercolor painting that paper. Finally, use disposable gloves to place the message in an envelope. You have to use the gloves because the serum will work on anyone, even the person who mixed it. Your unknowing accomplice will touch the serum and the next thing they'll think about is the contents of your letter. Soon you can be sure to hear about reports of a ham sandwich scandal. And I have a GIF. Why is my dog barking? You probably heard about the ham sandwich scandal. I have a nice GIF of the sandwich from... Is that TF2 in real life? Alright, and finally we've got the Easy Sleazy software package. Our Easy Sleazy software package is a one-size-fits-all program for affecting votes in the digital world. Our competitors would have you believe their repackaged send to recycle bin software is enough. But that's only one part of the equation. So I'm talking about deleting... it's a program that essentially just deletes your vote, sends to the recycle bin. Easy Sleazy can also be installed directly on voting machines, allowing you to switch votes to a dummy variable candidate or fabricate voter registration and assign them to as many new ballots as you want. Don't just delete your opponent's votes. Create 100,000 votes for your candidate overnight. And we got... I don't even remember what meme it is, but it's the kid who's looking at the computer and then he looks at the viewer and he's like nodding his head and puts his thumb up. On some of them, there's like a pair of glasses that comes into the frame and it's like cool. Okay. Alright, let's go to the reviews page. Some reviews from our clients. Possible financial donations from clients have no influence on whether their reviews are posted here. So we've got a handful. We've got one from T-Posing Businessman. Now I've never had to worry about losing an election. Thank you, National Celeste. I don't remember who this guy is. There was probably a hidden joke behind using that person. I can see it's a stock image, so maybe it is just a random guy. But it's his name is Feeling for a Pulse. The easiest way to stage a coup, Sly Serum. And we have a post from the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Closed today, up 4.5 points. Share for Dominion Software soaring. So this one is not at all being subtle, but I'm not going to waste 10 more minutes going into all of that. This is meant to be something that looks completely unrelated, but shows how National Celeste has its tentacles stuck in everything. And we've got Down with the Elite with no profile picture. This is pending review after being flagged for misleading information. And finally, we have something from Chocolate Bar Salesman. Well, no self-respecting elitist would be caught dead without one of these. And this is a direct ripoff of that same quote from the chocolate bar salesman in that episode of SpongeBob, Chocolate with Nuts. If you've paid close attention, you may have noticed that on the front page, I have the same episode under a taste of what's to come. Alright, and the contact page, this is pretty simple. The one thing I would like to point out is putting in your bank account number and routing number. So you can, enter some things, or you can, do this very tedious process. And it has in parentheses if you want to hear back sooner. And then there's a few options on why are you contacting us. So we've got questions about products, our policy on returns and avoiding prosecution, donations or partnership, scheduled meeting, and other. Please comment below. Oh, I missed the troubleshooting page. So this is a sort of a mix between troubleshooting and frequently asked questions. Question: are National Celeste's products legal? Answer: it depends on how much you can pay for a lawyer. If you have to ask this, you probably don't have enough money. Question: are results guaranteed to swing in my favor? It depends on how much you can pay for a lawyer. If you have to ask this, you probably don't have enough money. Question: can I use this to get third-party candidates elected? Answer: it depends on how much you can pay for a lawyer. If you have to ask this, you probably don't have enough money. Okay, this may seem a little bit confusing because now I'm switching to competitors. This was part of the website, the project requirement that I had to compare my product to existing products and show why mine is better. It's basically, can I embed other websites and do some brief analysis between my idea and theirs. So my competitors are actually the references or inspirations for the National Celeste project. So we start with the dihydrogen monoxide website, which is a hoax from around 2000. Dihydrogen monoxide is this horrible chemical that's it's used to clean nuclear power plants, and it dissolves almost anything. But it's in Flint water. It's terrible. We need to get rid of it. And dihydrogen monoxide just means two hydrogens, one oxygen. That's the chemical formula for water. So I think the whole point of that website was to show how dumb people can be when they read something that feels factual. And I actually mentioned something called the Dunning-Kruger effect. So I'll go ahead and read this. Myth: National Celeste is an unnecessary product. It's easier to subvert the will of the people through changing public opinion. Reality: we believe this is from dihydrogenmonoxide.org. So it's basically a myth parroted by that website. They pose as a research organization to inform people on the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide. This is really just water. Their information is framed in a way to convince readers that this substance is dangerous. It is an effective method as long as the public doesn't ask another source. Once they find out that they've been misled, the shift in public opinion collapses. Those who don't move back are labeled cranks. We've offered contracts to DHMO because they've done a good job of feigning credibility. However, these contracts were rejected. National Celeste avoids the pitfall of the Dunning-Kruger effect by working directly with the news companies and big media. Whereas DHMO can be debunked quickly, every source we work with will deliver our message as fact. Surely it must be true if every organization says it is, right? So this is quickly goes from analysis of the dihydrogen monoxide to my personal opinion of, big media and big politics and whatever. So this whole project was really a way for me to complain about things without actually picking one side, because you can find elements making fun of every side if you really look hard enough. Alright, let's keep reading. Myth: public opinion requires the plurality of the population to be in agreement with you. A more effective method is mass hysteria. Now you only have to convince a fraction of the population that something radical is true, and the remaining population will fall in line and start attacking each other. So that is something I actually believe, that mass hysteria or the squeaky wheel gets the grease is more effective. Because, I don't know, go to Facebook or any social media platform during June, and they're all Pride flag months. I don't think the average person cares if Coke supports gay marriage. I mean, as long as being gay has nothing to do with Coke, like, I don't know, maybe they want to sell Coke specifically to gay people, but not straight people, then I'd be a little bit concerned. Maybe there's a small group of people that want to buy things with the knowledge that that company supports LGBT. So good for them. They can buy whatever they want. I don't think they care about us because I say us somewhat jokingly because, I'm the most oppressed group as a gamer. July, of course, is Gamer Pride Month because we are the most oppressed because 12/01, July 1st, all the pages drop their rainbow profile pictures, and none of them have profile pictures for Gamer Pride Month, which is disgusting. Alright, moving on. Reality. This man has been a thorn in our side for many years. Their tactics are simple, since most of the heavy lifting is done by the handful of radicals that they have raised, with vague beliefs that can be stretched to fit various contexts. It's very easy for the radicals to gain sympathizers. Tribal lines are drawn when the opposition comes out and the infighting begins. However, what thisman.org has failed to realize that the radicals become a runaway train that can't be stopped. We refuse to work with thisman.org or cater to radicals since we know we'll eventually become the radicals' next target. So you may actually not recognize right away what this man is, but once you see this picture, you may recognize it. It's sort of a meme, sort of a hoax, and it's sort of a mix of everything. Apparently there's this guy that a bunch of people have seen in their dreams, and you can kind of tell that it's a very generic picture, and it's got the sort of Xerox texture to it, so a lot of the details have been lost. And this is their actual website documenting the supposed history of this man, but it's really just a hoax. Alright, and lastly, myth. The greater the shock, the greater the response. Reality. We're not entirely sure who this came from because it's a very vague statement. It is true by common sense that the harder we push on people, the harder the people will push back. However, are they pushing back to continue the conversation, or are they trying to push the conversation out of the limelight? These hard pushes are well remembered when we have an exciting climax, but they're not remembered fondly. It's more of a, I can't believe how crazy that was, way of remembering things. The cult Heaven's Gate is one example of this. We admire their spiritual passion and dedication, but are shocked at their actual beliefs. Their website is littered with these frightening beliefs. Like attempting to defrost your windshield with boiling water, shocks so great destroy their own message. Success starts with a very small push. So that was just a kind of a generalization of why Heaven's Gate failed, and that it's true that you can't push the system immediately. You have to start very gradually. The reason I mentioned Heaven's Gate is because I was also inspired by their website design because it's pretty straightforward. It's very simplistic because it probably hasn't been updated since like 2000. And I don't have the time to make a 2020 tier website. Not that 2020 has any spectacular websites. Just go to YouTube. It looks awful. 2005 YouTube is where it's at. Alright, finally we're going to get to, or we're not actually there yet, but we're getting close. Where is the 15% off Applebees gift card coming from? So on the very front page, I already mentioned this video, so let's go ahead and play it. I don't actually remember what's in this video, I'm going to be honest. Alright, so I knew it had to be a placeholder of some sort, but the actual placeholder I couldn't remember. And it's a demonstration of the code I wrote in Python for a previous class that creates Bresenham's circle, or that draws a circle with Bresenham's circle algorithm. And the song is something like music made only with Windows XP sounds. You can find it on YouTube. Oh yeah, there's an Easter egg here if you're really paying attention. So if you didn't somehow know, Adobe Flash was discontinued at the end of 2020. So if you actually try to go on a website with Flash enabled, you will get pop-ups everywhere saying, don't use this, blah, blah, blah. But our textbook mentioned Flash all over the place, and one of the ways you can embed a video in a website is using Flash. So I wanted to make a joke about it, as sort of a remember the good times of all the Flash websites we played on. I have mentioned this program several points in the past, but I will bring it up again if I can find it. It's called Flashpoint 9. The website is probably called something else, but it's basically a Flash preservation project. And all those Flash games you thought were lost forever, hopefully all of them, are contained somewhere in this database. And it's really, really cool to see all of them again. Oops. Okay, finally, the news from our sponsors. So, these all actually go to real websites, and the link title is meant to be dangerously out of context. If you go to this one, it will take you to the Culver's menu page for chicken. So, obviously, Culver's has nothing to do with flipping votes, but it is a chicken farm. They get chicken from somewhere, so that's basically the joke behind all of these. And it's also a way for me to just, I don't know, spit random things. So this one is a website called play.ai dungeon, and it's basically a AI dungeon crawler. And it can also do simple sort of role-playing, put you into a situation. It feels like a text-based adventure game or dungeon crawler. It's not perfect, but it is really cool. Alright, next link. Democracy is in danger. Free speech at risk. And it takes you to an NBC article saying, Federal Trade Commission calls for a breakup of Facebook. Okay, breaking. Detroit loses. Observers demand recount. So I intentionally made that one sound vague because it might be about voting, it might not be, and it just takes you to the website for the Detroit Lions. Alright, next one. Governor cleared of wrongdoing after found fixing toilet. I don't remember where this link goes to. I really hope it's not a Rickroll.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm actually glad this was something else. It's a video from Marcel Voss, and it's an overview about toilets in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Okay, exclusive. Obama clone usurped by unhinged activists. So some of you may remember a website called iLookLikeBarackObama.com. And recently it's been changed to a front for Black Lives Matter. Which, okay, I'm not the one paying for this domain, but that's not why I want to come to this website. I want to come to the website to see the guy who thinks he looks like Barack Obama. Instead, it's some political crap. Hence the name, if I can go back, please. Obama clone usurped by unhinged activists. The activists have taken over the Obama clone's website. You can still find the original website on the Wayback Machine. And finally, sponsored, get 15% off an Applebees gift card. And it takes you to the Applebees website to get a gift card. And the idea is that Applebees and National Celeste have a partnership. There's some promo code within the website, or the link would take you to a special sub-page where you would enter, a promo code. And the idea is that Applebee's is, I don't know, garbage, I guess. The food's okay, but who thinks to themselves, you know what, I want to go eat at Applebee's. There's 101 other places that you could have gone to. Honestly, I'd rather go to McDonald's because it won't take as long. So yeah, that's where 15% off Applebee's gift card comes from. Alright, is there anything else about this website? Oh, you know what? This was only the final project. I didn't even show you. We only, scratched the surface of the whole, the assignment folder. So I'm going to see if I can show you all the other cool things without actually going to all the nitty-gritty details. So there's a credits page, which is sort of similar to the home page, but it's kind of a hidden page. It's only accessible by this credits button. So I got the source for the header image, the footer image, which is an image I took, the date and time function, and this website was critically important. I can't stress enough how useful this website was to get my website organized correctly. Because I was very bad at creating grids with CSS, and this website just saved the day. It was a lifesaver. So this here, I think, is a grid. This is a grid. No, there's not going to be a grid on here. Yeah, this is what it looks like without the grid. It looks awful. And this was iteration 4. Actually, I guess it's iteration 3 because iteration 2, assignment 2, was something else. But this just looks awful. And you can see the tone of the website has changed a lot too, because there's Minecraft stuff in here too. Not that, Minecraft became uncool, but I was just sort of refining how things worked. Before I was just sort of plugging in images to call it a day. Okay, do I still have this? Okay, I do. So this was one of the other projects that we had to do. It was to create a sort of a student profile for a fictional guy called Joe Jaguar. Jaguar is the mascot of IUPUI. So this website is actually pretty similar to... Oh, that page is blank. Because we were only supposed to make pages for the About Me and the home page. But this was basically the precursor to what would become the National Celeste project. Ooh, I got an error in here. This text, this image should be overlapping more here. But you can see this is a much more primitive form. Not much to see here. I guess putting this banner up was actually really difficult. Not gonna lie. Alright. Anything else to show? I guess I could go through this Pacific Trails Resort, but you're probably just gonna get jealous and want to go on vacation, as I felt, because this is about some resort on the West Coast where you can rent places, rent cabins, and stuff, and I just got pissed off working on it because I'm stuck at home making a website about some vacation I can never go on. So I'm not going to show it. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. There's the answer for where 15% off Applebee's gift card came from. I don't know if there's... Oh yeah, I forgot. My name disappears and then it reappears. And the same thing happens with the credits. I don't think there's anything else to show here. It's just more crap. So I think I'll have to finally shut up and probably get something to drink and maybe something to eat because I'm kind of hungry. So I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you learned something about how HTML works or found this interesting, or you stuck around long enough to actually find out where 15% off Applebee's gift card came from. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.